This is Phoebe Green and the Locker of Destiny, written and read by me, James Dubern. Chapter 7, Miss Parsley. Phoebe dreamed of being trapped in the locker, spinning and shaking. She awoke to find herself gripping the wooden sides of her bed. She opened her eyes and caught her breath. Light streamed in through the window behind her and splashed across her purple blanket. Came a girl's voice. Who are you? Phoebe rubbed her eyes and sat up. At the foot of her bed were 5 girls wearing pyjamas, staring at her as if she were a penguin at the zoo. She blinked and sat still for a moment as she took in the scene. The girls were not Elspeth, Marie, Charlotte, nor Poppy. Phoebe didn't recognise any of them. Looking around the room, the furniture was in the same place, but the curtains were a different colour and the corkboard had gone. I'm in the wrong room, Phoebe said, her face red with embarrassment. She jumped out of bed and snatched the diary from beneath her pillow. Did you climb up the drain pipe? Asked a girl with long blonde hair and light freckles. For a moment, Phoebe thought she was seeing double because there were 2 of them. We're Megan and Chloe. Twinsies, the first one said proudly. Phoebe looked down at her pyjamas, pale grey with mud stains on both knees. She brushed past the giggling blonde sisters and made for the door. The number 7 stared back at her. Phoebe couldn't quite believe what she was seeing and traced the metal with her fingertip to be sure it wasn't a dream. What are you doing? Said Megan. You must have gone sleepwalkies. The girls chuckled, except for Phoebe, who looked embarrassed. 7, Phoebe said. This is my room. Where are Elspeth and the others? The girls looked at each other quite lost. Megan seemed to speak for all of them. We are in Dorm 7, but we don't know any of those names. I think you're in the wrong place. This is Alice and Jade. To be honest, we were quite happy as a 4, so... Phoebe looked at the 5th girl, who had been missed out of the introduction. She had dark hair in a centre parting and a narrow face that came to a point at the chin. I'm Jessica, she said quietly. Oh, yes, Megan said, a 5. We're very happy as a 5. We don't mind another, do we? Chloe asked. Megan didn't respond, but it was quite clear to Phoebe that she would not appreciate an additional girl joining the dorm, especially one with muddy pyjamas. Phoebe squished the carpet with her toes and noticed how vibrant the red colour was, as if it had been cleaned overnight. She got down on her hands and knees and peered under the bed. Her suitcase was missing. She opened the wooden trunk and found it empty. This is a rotten prank, Phoebe said. Her mother had warned her that playing tricks on each other was a jolly part of school life, but this felt like a low blow. She sat cross-legged on the bed and folded her arms across her chest. You've taken my things and you're making me feel like I've gone mad. Well, it's not on. Give me my stuff back. Alice was taller than the twins and had copper-coloured hair that hung down above her shoulders. She had blue eyes and sharp features that made her appear older than the others. She spoke quietly, as if someone was still sleeping in the room. I promise we haven't, Phoebe. I haven't, anyway. A lady knocked on the half-open door and said affectionately, Ah, my irises are up. Her brown hair had a hint of red to it, like a fox. It was swept back and up in a neat wave that looked as firm as plastic. She wore oversized glasses with thick black rims and had a kind smile. After a cool reception from the twins, Phoebe was grateful to find someone radiating warmth. Oh, who do we have here? She said, looking Phoebe up and down. She arrived in the night, said Megan. I'm not sure I understand, the lady said. Are you lost? No, I don't think so, Phoebe said. I'm in Dorm 7. The lady frowned and left the room, returning less than a minute later with a clipboard. Miss Green, she said. Yes, Phoebe said, relieved to hear the sound of her last name. Very well. In my notes, it said that you are due to arrive at the start of next term, after Christmas. Did your plans change? Phoebe shook her head. The lady, in a green blazer with gold embroidery on the lapels, sat beside Phoebe. Don't look so worried, she said, giving Phoebe a gentle double pat on the thigh. I'm Miss Parsley. Did you come in from outside in the night and put yourself to bed? Phoebe nodded. She didn't want to tell the lovely Miss Parsley that she had snuck out of bed and been thrown out onto the lawn by the mean matron. Soon enough, she knew the 2 adults would speak and the truth would come out, but for now she just wanted to feel seen and welcomed. Miss Parsley glanced into Phoebe's trunk, which stood empty. Where are your cases? She asked. Phoebe gently bit her lower lip. I don't know. I had them and now they're gone. Everything? Asked Miss Parsley. Phoebe felt teary at the thought. Her new uniform, She didn't even like it, but now it had gone. She missed it. Her book of difficult questions. Everything was missing, except the diary, which she had taken outside in the night. Well, that won't do, will it? Miss Parsley said, with another double tap. Don't worry. We'll start by getting you a uniform from the spares. She looked at her watch. Jolly japes! You girls are going to be late for your first breakfast. Catherine, I'll be back in a moment with your uniform. It's Phoebe, she said. Miss Parsley narrowed her eyes. She looked down at a clipboard, flicked through a couple of pages and ran her finger down a list of names. I don't mean to tell you your name, young lady, but I have written here Catherine Green. Katie is my middle name, Phoebe said. Perhaps my mummy filled in the form wrong. Her name is Katie. Well, Catherine. She got the wrong date too, muttered Megan. Perhaps it's your mother that needs to go to school. Megan, said Miss Parsley, that is not how we speak to each other. I want you girls to make Phoebe welcome. I'll be back in a moment with your uniform. The rest of you, get dressed immediately and head down to the dining hall for breakfast. Miss Parsley rushed out of the door before Phoebe could say another word.